All right, we're going to talk about something called the passive voice today. Usually we talk in active voice, which is like somebody is doing something, right? So passive voice is a little different. It's when you want to say something is done by somebody else, when you don't want to actually say who's doing the action necessarily. So, for example, you'll see it all the time in commercials if you watch. I guess nobody gets commercials anymore. But when you see on TV, like the guy talks trying to sell cars for a half or for 30 seconds, and then at the end he goes, "Se habla español." That's passive voice, and all that means is like Spanish is spoken, or something is done, or something is seen, or something is whatever. Okay. If you look in your notes, you can see some examples. For example, las cartas fueron escritas por ella. The letters were written by her. That's passive voice. Active voice would be just she wrote the letters, right? So ella escribió las cartas. Passive voice is making the letters the subject of the sentence. The letters are doing the action now. So it's letters, verb, and it's past participle. Okay? You want to clarify who did the action when using passive voice? Just follow this pattern right here. So you have the recipient of the action. That's like the letters in the example above. Okay, of some form of the verb ser, depending on if it's present or past or future. Your past participle, the word por, and then whoever's doing the action. So you can see that in the example. Los partidos fueron jugados por los atletas. The games were played by the athletes, right? So you're just kind of switching the order of the sentence. So instead of saying, I eat a sandwich, flip it. The sandwich is eaten by me. Okay, another way to do that is it's called the impersonal se, the se impersonal. Okay, so again, I mentioned that a second ago with the commercials. So when they say something like, se habla español, Spanish is spoken. So you do this when you don't want to say who's actually doing the action, okay? So we know Spanish is spoken, but we don't know by whom it is spoken. Okay, so use a reflexive, to make the verb reflexive. Okay, so hablar is to speak. Put the se in front of it, and that's your passive voice. So se habla español. The big thing to remember is whatever this is will determine whether the verb is singular or plural. Okay, so se habla español. This one thing is spoken. Put the se in front. Now, if it's more than one, you have like inglés y alemán, English and German are spoken. Oops, that should be are. English and Spanish, or English and German are spoken. Se hablan inglés y alemán. Since there's more than one here, this has to be plural, right? Aquí se venderán coches. Cars will be sold here. So plural here, plural verb, okay? Singular, la computadora makes this singular right here, se compró. There is one last way, and this is the one we do in English all the time, right? Third person passive. You just make it plural, do a plural verb and you're good. So inventaron un nuevo tipo de auto. So they invented a new type of car. We say that all the time, like, oh, they did this. And then you can say, who's they? And you're like, I don't know. Okay, so make your verb plural, and then that's the third person passive. Okay? One thing you're going to want to look up is your past participles if you are unsure about how to do that. And I will go through those in another video.